There's one emotion we all face: fear. Fear can paralyze the strongest. It can cloud our judgment, or it can lead us to be timid when we should be boisterous. When I was a young man, I quit college to join the military. I wanted to jump out of airplanes, rappel out of helicopters, and be the brave man that kicked in the door. I learned quickly that the men and women who do these things are not fearless. Rather, they have learned to face their fears. Today we're diving into a topic that's super important for anyone looking to step into a leadership role: facing and overcoming fear. Now, fear isn't reserved for jumping out of airplanes. Every job and every industry brings its own reasons to feel fear. Whether it's the fear of rejection, fear of making mistakes, or fear of being an imposter, these feelings can really hold you back. But don't worry, I've got 5 powerful tips, plus a special bonus, that can help you navigate these challenges. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Brian Brew, and I have over 30 years of leadership experience, including serving in some of the most admired units in the United States military. Now, let's jump right in. Before we tackle our tips, let's take a deep breath and get something out of the way right up front. Feelings of fear are common and normal. It's important for us to recognize that fear is a natural, evolutionary response. As we aspire to lead, we're stepping into the unknown, and our mind naturally tries to protect us. Having said that, leadership is about courage and resilience. We must press on even though we're afraid. That leads straight into tip number 1: acknowledge your fears. Simply put, write them down. Take a moment to identify what you're afraid of. Be honest with yourself. Are you worried about what others will think of you? Are you worried about what others will think if you fail? It's okay. Acknowledging these fears can diminish their power over you. When you give voice to your fears, they become less abstract and more manageable. In fact, research literature is filled with the value of acknowledging your fear. Studies show that acknowledging fear helps regulate your emotions. It also helps separate the emotion of a situation from the facts of that situation, which will improve your decision making. Finally, acknowledging fear allows you to adjust to changing situations more appropriately and more rapidly, improving your overall resilience. Just as importantly, the academic research shows that suppressing fear actually amplifies the feeling. This is referred to as the ironic process theory, originally postulated by Wegner, and it is, in fact, ironic in the most classical sense. Also, chronic fear suppression is linked to severe anxiety. Tip number 2: reframe your thinking. Instead of seeing challenges and setbacks as evidence of failure, view them as opportunities for growth. Here's an example. If you make a mistake, instead of thinking, "I'll never succeed," try rephrasing it to, "What can I learn from this?" This simple shift allows you to embrace the learning process instead of fearing it. The next time you face a similar situation, you'll be able to rapidly face your fear knowing that you've done so before. Abraham Lincoln said it this way: "As our case is new, so must we think anew and act anew." Lincoln not only demonstrated his willingness to reframe his own thinking, but reframed the collective thinking as well. At the outset of the American Civil War, Lincoln focused on his belief that it was his solemn duty to preserve the Union. Lincoln was well known to be an abolitionist before he became president, but that didn't play into his early thinking of bringing the southern states back into the Union. However, as the war drew on, The abolition of slavery became more and more his purpose. He reframed his own thinking that through the strife, an opportunity was presenting itself for him to be more authentic to himself and to the country, and in so doing, set the United States on a new path. Number 3 is to find a mentor. Having someone who has walked the path of leadership can be incredibly reassuring. A mentor can offer valuable advice, share their own experience of overcoming fear, and provide support when you're feeling doubtful. Plus, it can be comforting to hear that even seasoned leaders experience fear of rejection or imposter feelings. If you'd like help finding a mentor, leave a comment below. I can help you. The 4th thing to do is practice self-compassion. This is an area that I personally am still working very hard on. As leaders, we often put immense pressure on ourselves to be perfect. Remember, it's normal to make mistakes and have moments of self-doubt. When fear takes hold, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend or a pet. That's right, I said pet. Many of us are more kind to our pets than anyone or anything else. A common fear many aggressive people have is that if we're easy on ourselves, we're setting ourselves up to fail, or that we're allowing ourselves to be complacent. The latter is certainly true of me. I often say to myself that comfort wants me dead. And while there is value in this manner of thinking, there is also a trap. If we think this way to the point where we are unforgiving with ourselves, then we are truly setting ourselves up to fail. In fact, the research shows that having self-compassion increases motivation, makes us more willing to take responsibility, we are more willing to learn from our mistakes, and more persistent after setbacks. So accept that you're human and forgive yourself for past mistakes. This goes a long way in alleviating fear. Tip number 5, visualize your success. Envision a scenario where you're leading a meeting or presenting an idea and you absolutely nail it. Picture the positive reactions and feel the sense of achievement. Top-level athletes, military operators, and yes, corporate executives all understand the significant advantages of visualization. Visualization can significantly reduce anxiety and improve performance by mentally preparing you for success. Neuroscientists have found that visualization excites the same neural pathways as physical practice. This is so critical to success. People who know me well have all heard me say that nobody rises to the occasion, they fall to their level of training. Visualization then is helping you set that floor where you want it to be successful. One interesting facet of this research is that visualizing not just the outcome, but the preparation, has shown to lead to a greater level of performance than visualizing the outcome alone. Netflix has a show called Senna. It's a dramatization of the life and death of Ayrton Senna, a great Formula One driver. There's a scene I love in the show where Senna is sitting on the beach, ostensibly having a picnic. But what we see him doing is sitting in the sand, visualizing that he's in the cockpit of his race car, visualizing the track, and going through the tactile motions of preparing for every turn. Clutch, shift, brake, turn, and accelerate. This is how you should think about visualizing what you want to achieve. Try it before an important event and let it boost your confidence. Finally, here's a bonus tip. Embrace failure as part of the journey. Some of the most successful leaders you know or have ever heard of have had their fair share of failures. Think of them not as negative experiences, but as stepping stones to growth. This is referred to as failing forward. Adopting this mindset will help you alleviate the fear of making mistakes because you'll recognize that every setback is a setup for a comeback. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, fear is a signal that you're about to grow. If you found this video helpful, please share and comment about how your own experiences with fear. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on personal and professional development. Until next time, remember, you are a gift to others.